How's it going, guys? I'm here with the May-June manga haul. I was waiting for a last-minute order. That's why I did not upload this sooner. This isn't a big haul, but I don't want to waste too much of your time, so I'll get right to it. We'll start with the two Viz titles that I picked up. I have Mobile Suit Thunderbolt number 7 by Yasuo Tagaki, and I have Ultraman Volume 10 by Eiichi Shimizu and Tomohiro Shimoguchi. There's something I'm not too happy about Thunderbolt, that I just don't really care for the story or the characters. And when you're considering a character-driven war drama like a Gundam should be, it's not a good thing. On the other hand, Ultraman got some great characters. So many characters, they're just a lot of fun. Great cap to the story on this volume 10, I think. After that, I'm not sure where it's gonna go, but I'm sure there's more Ultraman to come. And now let me move on to some Kodansha, which is the bigger part of the haul here. I have volume 7 of Happiness by Shuzo Oshimi. This was kind of a surprise. I thought it was kind of hitting a rut, and I wasn't sure where the series was going, but I have to say it just got even weirder and creepier. I have To Your Eternity Volume 4 and Volume 5. As I figured, the series ended the first arc at Volume 3, which I thought was a pretty good ending. This second arc, I think, is ending in Volume 6, but I have to say I'm not enjoying it as much. The new characters that are introduced are just not as likable, I guess. I don't know. I'll see after Volume 6. Maybe I'll take a break from To Your Eternity, or after that first arc, which was so good, I don't see the second arc comparing at all. Maybe part of Volume 4 was okay. Last Kodansha title I picked up was Colosseum number 1. Yasushi Baba, in cooperation with Kodansha, proudly presents Colosseum number 1. I knew this title was coming out, but after I saw it in somebody's haul, I got a bit more interested. And it's pretty cool the way they set up basically the whole cover, sort of a movie case or box. You got all the credits, and then you got color black and white, running time 194 pages. Thought that was kind of cool. This first volume had a lot of exposition, and I wasn't too happy about it. You got all these historical figures with these giant muscle bodies, and all you want to see them is go at each other for the fate of the world. We don't know why they have these powers. We don't want to know. We just want them to fight. And hopefully Volume 2 gives me more of that and less exposition than Volume 1 did. But moving on, I have ACCA 13 by Natsume Ono. This is the third volume by Yen Press. And I said I was going to take a break from ACCA 13, but I just had to go ahead and pick it up. Being the fan that I am of Natsume Ono and her weird slice of life stories, that one's pretty good. I don't know what it is about it. You have all these characters. Sometimes I don't even know who's who, but it doesn't matter. I'm following John, or is that the main character's name? Or Jan? And all this stuff he's getting into, and he doesn't know. It's just, I don't know, it's pretty good stuff. I move on to the only vertical title I picked up. That is Ajin, Volume 11 by Gamon Sakurai. And I'm a big fan of the way Sakurai does his action. He's very capable of doing action scenes, I think. Probably one of the best right now. And Volume 11 picks up again with our regular characters, and it seems like we're getting to this huge climax and something big is going to happen, and I don't know what's happening, but I can't wait for it. Anyways, that's basically all the English manga I picked up this past 2 months. If you choose to move on and close the video down here, thank you very much for watching. But if you want to see the manga in Espanol that I picked up, please do continue watching. So here I go with the first one. And this was a big surprise because I did not purchase this book, and I had no idea I was even getting it in the mail till I saw this package in the mail. And that is because this was a gift from Laura, the manga hoarder. I'm sure most of you who watch my manga hauls know the manga hoarder, but she sent me Seton, Ernest Thompson Seton to be precise. And Seton, from the little research I did, is basically a retelling of some of his writings or his actual life experiences with nature. This volume, of course, concentrates on wolves, specifically on one known as Lobo, who terrorized cattle ranchers in New Mexico, I believe. So it was very interesting. It was a little preachy at times. Taniguchi's art is fantastic. You can't go wrong with it. But I think most of the fault, I say that lightly, lies in Imaizumi's retelling of the story, or writing of the story. The title did pop up a lot as I was looking for more Taniguchi on Amazon España. And I believe there's 4 volumes to it. Each volume basically concentrates on different writings or different stories that Seton wrote. Thanks to Laura, this first volume has given me the push to pick up or not pick up the series. Thank you very much, Laura. Muchas gracias. Domo arigato gozaimashita ne. But enough of that. Let me move on to the rest. Here's one of the main reasons I pick up manga in Espanol, and that would be Shigurui Volume 14. This is by Ibrea, and it is by Takayuki Yamaguchi. One volume from the end. 15 volumes in the series. And this thing is epic. That is all I could say about it, I guess. And it's a sad thing that it's not getting an English release for some reason. I guess they don't see it as a viable title for the English market. I have no idea why, but I don't know. I think it deserves an English translation. I move on, and these are the books that I ordered last and which I was waiting for in order to do the manga haul. And that is Prophecy Copycat, Volume 1, Volume 2, and Volume 3 by Tatsuya Tsutsui, and he's joined by the artist Fumio Obata. So basically, he does a continuation to Prophecy, but I guess he decided to have someone else do the art, which kind of worried me. But I looked into Obata, and I don't know, I kind of like the art. Of course, it's completely different from Tsutsui stuff, but I wanted to see what else he wanted to do with Prophecy. The first story was pretty cool, so I move on to probably one of the few, if not just one of 2 Josei titles that I've actually read, and that would be Kids on the Slope by Yuki Kodama. This is Volume 4, and here is Volume 5. I am a big fan of Kids on the Slope. It's a great anime. It's a great read. It's basically the same thing as the anime, at least up to Volume 5, which I've read. And what's always great about Kids on the Slope is you always get an extra chapter of something else Kodama throws in. I think all 5 of the volumes that I've read have an extra story, which are kind of cute. Yeah, I said cute. If it's wrong for a grown man to read a comic book directed towards adult women, then yeah, it's wrong. It's just completely erroneous. But anyways, moving on to the last book that I have for this haul, and that is Bestiarius, Volume 5 by Masasumi Kakizaki. This, I believe, concluded the 4th arc with, of course, Kakizaki's magnificent art. Big fan. Great story. It's one of those fun shonens that you want to read, but doesn't actually feel like a shonen. It feels a little more mature. I don't know. And from what I've heard, after this 4th arc, he might be closing up the series in the 5th one. I'm not sure. A lot of the things that had to happen in the story have happened, I would say. Why is Kakizaki not been translated in English? I have no idea. But there you have it. That was my haul for May and June. And if you stuck around for these last couple volumes, thank you very much. Thank you very much for watching. And I will see you in the next video. Can I do this? Can I? Here we have the Tsutsui collection. Almost complete. I think there's like one single volume that he's done that hasn't been translated, at least not in Spanish, that I've seen. I think I've seen maybe a German copy or something. I have no idea. And of course, Tsutsui, after Poison City, took a break, but I think he started his next series already, which is probably more horror, more crime horror. I have no idea, but there you go, a little bit of extra for those of you that want to see a little more. Thanks for watching.